I'm Dion McElrath. I'm 6'3", 23, and I like long walks on the beach. Over the moon to be back at the desk again. I missed you all terribly. It's such a great honor to be back in your homes for our second season. Had a very lovely and refreshing vacation, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But a lot of stuff has happened since we've last been together, so let's go ahead and let's talk about it. And if you guys would scroll down, awesome. So I got a lot of stuff to talk about here, so let's go ahead and get right down to business. First order on the agenda, let's talk about the Kanye West-Kim Kardashian divorce. That is by far the messiest article I've seen so far in 2020. What is happening? And the year's 2021, so we're already screwing up, but it's okay. It's television. We're great. I don't think the Lord likes all that messiness popping off this early in the year. We're only about 9 days in, so if that's going to set the tone for how spicy 2021 is about to be, I'm here for it. Also, Ken Jennings, it ain't looking too hot for him. Again, he's embroiled in another PR fiasco here on the social media, basically defending Bean Dad, Joe Roderick, I believe. Right now, he's caught in that, basically defending him, which again aired up more older tweets from previous years of Bean Dad, basically, remarking anti-Semitic comments and tweets and whatnot that would today be offensive, which somehow slid under the radar back then. That's an issue. So right now, it's not looking too good for the both of them. At this point, Ken Jennings is saying that he doesn't want to host Jeopardy in the long run, so we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, if Jeopardy was smart, they would leave that man alone at this point, because you do not want that kind of PR to carry on into the next legacy of Jeopardy, since they're such a staple in American pop culture. If you guys will scroll down on the teleprompter, because I think I finished that part already. A little bit more. Got that. Also, great news for educators here all across the country. Betsy DeVos has put in her resignation as the Secretary for the Department of Education. There couldn't be any more happy educators out there. This woman has been absolutely terrible to the education industry since she took office. Who will be her replacement? That's still up in the air. But what the million-dollar question that ties to that is, what will happen to the student loan debt? Will it be forgiven under the new presidency? Will it fall under the rug as a short-shelf promise, if you will? People want to know. People have answers. Also, Elaine Chao, the Secretary of the Department of Transportation, has also resigned after the fiasco that went down at the Capitol that I won't get into this week. So it's been a very interesting week in politics so far, and the year has already been very, very spicy, so I'll just leave it at that before I drown this show in political propaganda. Also, another hot button topic I want to talk about is Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch in California found a new owner. Billionaire businessman Ron Burkle, he views the 2,700-acre property as a business opportunity. It's located in about Los Ovios, I believe, near Santa Barbara. Big opportunity for him. What is he going to do with it? Will it turn into a museum? Will it be developed into something else? We want to know. Also, another hot button topic in the local Dayton area is Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley will not be running for re-election. I believe next year is when she's up for re-election, which leads to another great question of who will take the next mayoral administration for the city of Dayton. Lots of options up in the air. The race will be very interesting. Another big hot button topic for me, I think make great headlines, was Reverend Raphael Warnock became Georgia's first African-American elected senator this past week. He had a huge push from the WNBA team Atlanta Dream, even though part owner of the team is now Republican. Former Senator Kelly Loeffler, shout out to them for making the dream come true. So that is fantastic news. It's great to see diverse people in our government. Also, time to bring a bearer of bad news to all of us that gets ashy skin when the temperature gets below 32 degrees. A polar vortex is looking to move into the Miami Valley here in the next couple days or so, which means disrespectfully cold temperatures. I hate it here, and probably water pipe burst. We're so tired of it. I'm over it already. I'm just ready for summer. I'd rather be sweating and my pinky toe pouring buckets of sweat than be freezing, but that's just me. So we got a great show tonight for you guys. We got a new top 8 list. We got a special edition of Ask the Host. We get to talk about what I did on vacation. Local entrepreneur from the Butter Cafe, Amy, which is located on Brown Street, and local artist and an old friend from my junior high days, Eric Vaughn, is here. So when we return from the commercial break, top 8 is coming right at you. Stick around.
Hi, I'm Jane Anderson, Executive Director of Choices.
And I'm Joe Verabkanich, Board Trustee for Choices. Choices Foster Care brings change to youth and families by providing personalized services and building safe environments. We've been delivering positive change to families in Southwest Ohio for 33 years as a private, local nonprofit. Our three main programs are foster care, where we license foster parents and collaborate with county agencies to place children in your home. Independent living, where we help kids transition from foster care to young adulthood with an emphasis on life skills, education, and vocation. And finally, home-based services with a focus on family preservation and children's mental health. Our commitment towards innovation has led us to be one of the only agencies in Southwest Ohio able to provide in-home counseling for youth enrolled with a Medicaid provider.
So what sets Choices apart? Our belief and adherence to our 5 core values, which are as follows. Compassion. We believe in meeting individuals in their current reality with understanding. Trust. We believe honesty is essential to our culture. Our transparent and ethical actions build trust with our youth, families, and the community. Commitment. We believe in consistently delivering on expectations and go the extra mile to get the job done. Teamwork. We believe great ideas and the best outcomes happen in inclusive environments. And finally, innovation. We believe in developing new and creative ways to serve people. We listen to all ideas. In Ohio, more than 9,000 kids are in foster care on any given day. And more than 1,000 of these children are teens, and many are a part of sibling groups. Our communities have been hit hard by the opioid epidemic, and our children are collateral damage. So many of them have been removed from their families and are in need of stable and loving adults to care for them. To meet this need, Choices is committed to licensing 56 new foster homes by the year 2023, and we need your help to do it. Becoming a foster parent is not as difficult as you may think. All types of families become licensed. Single parents, 2-parent families, same-sex couples, families with children, and families who have never had children. The most important requirement's having compassion for families who are struggling and being willing to help. You need to be at least 21 years old and attend 36 hours of training classes to learn what to expect when you become licensed. Choices staff will also come into your home and conduct several home visits to help us get to know you and your family. We will also work with you to decide what types of children will be a good fit in your home.
If becoming a foster parent isn't right for you right now, we still welcome you to spread the word to your friends and family. You can also show your support through partnerships or donations. More information regarding the licensing process and other ways you can help our youth can be found at our website, choicesfostercare.com.
Hello, my name is Brenda Moore, and I am the Vice Chairwoman of the Northwest Priority Board. The quality of life in American cities cannot be improved unless people of all classes, races and ethnic groups, and public officials on all levels of government create processes and mechanisms for assisting problems, developing strategies, and planning and implementing corrective action together. There are several specific assumptions behind citizen participation in the Northwest Priority Board area. It acknowledges the right of people affected by public programs to have access to and influence on the processes by which decisions about their lives are made.
Hello, I'm David Greer, and I'm chairman of the Northwest Priority Board. It accepts that many of the best intentioned officials and technicians are often, by their training, experiences, and lifestyles, unfamiliar with the problems and aspirations of Northwest Quadrant residents. Therefore, residents' participation can result in more effective planning and programs for residents of the area. It recognizes that the process of participation makes it possible for those citizens formerly outside the system to learn how it functions and how to make it possible for residents to strengthen their skills and to develop the kind of new skills needed for effective citizen engagement. We accept these assumptions and hereby dedicate ourselves to the task of improving the quality of our neighborhoods and the lives of those who live within the Northwest Priority Board area of Dayton, Ohio. For those who would like assistance from the Northwest Priority Board, I can be contacted at 937-603-4051. And again, my name is David Greer. I am chairman of the Northwest Priority Board. Thank you.
And my name is Brenda Moore. I'm the vice chairwoman of the Northwest Priority Board, and my contact number is 937-414-0674. Again, that's 937-414-0674. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie Carey, and I'm the Director of Education and Outreach for Clothes at Work, located at the Job Center. Our mission for over 20 years has been to clothe, educate, and empower individuals to prepare them for employment success. Clothes at Work is well known in the Dayton region for providing interview and workplace appropriate attire for local job seekers. Savvy shoppers know us for our fabulous boutique, featuring gently used upscale clothing at great prices. The best part about our boutique is that every dollar spent goes directly back into our programs and services. However, one thing you may not know about Clothes at Work is that we have an amazing workforce development education program. The Workplace Institute was launched in February 2017 when area employers expressed difficulty finding job applicants with necessary job readiness behaviors and soft skills to be successful on the job. A team of professionals from our community representing every industry came together with us and combined their experience in workforce development and education to help us create our research-based curriculum. Each workshop is skillfully designed to engage participants in group discussions, peer-to-peer learning, and fun hands-on activities to help build confidence and professional demeanor. Workshop topics include making a positive first impression, proper professional attire, effective communication techniques, on-the-job conflict resolution skills, and how to build professional relationships. Through our education program, we have provided more than 150 workshops to over 1,500 individuals in just 2.5 years, and our numbers continue to grow. It's no surprise that developing a healthy workforce needs to start at an early age for the health of our local economy. Out of this need, our workshops have been invited into high school classrooms all across the Miami Valley. In fact, 75% of our workshop participants are high school students, and we have presented workshops to students from over 33 area high schools. Clothes at Work is excited to present workshops this fall with area college programs including Sinclair College and in partnership with Fifth Third Bank at Central State University. For more information about our Workforce Development Education Program or any of our programs and services, please visit our website at www.closethatwork.org.
Hi, I'm Ariel Winter. If you're like me, your pets are family. So when disaster strikes, you want to keep them safe. American Humane has tips to help protect our best friends in their worst times, so please visit AmericanHumane.org.
United Way of the Greater Dayton area works to improve lives by organizing the caring power of our communities in Montgomery, Greene, and Preble counties. We are a volunteer-driven, grassroots organization that creates lasting change by bringing people and resources together to address local and regional issues. We link donors and volunteers to the issues they care about and form strategic partnerships to achieve community impact. Working with our partners in the community, United Way helps children and youth succeed, supports the elderly and people with special needs, promotes wellness and self-sufficiency, and meets the basic needs of people in crisis. By giving up a little everyday extra, you can create lasting change in the lives of others. For the price of a takeout dinner, an adult or family in crisis will receive 10 hours of legal services. Instead of buying that weekly lottery ticket, you could provide 10 hungry children a backpack filled with food to feed them over the weekend. By skipping that morning latte, you could provide a person without health insurance a prescription. Just a little goes a long way, and this is why I support the United Way.
We Care Arts believes in the healing power of creating and producing art that transforms physical, developmental, and mental health challenges into a future rich with possibilities. Since 1983, we have been providing a caring and safe space for our artists to engage in artistic exploration as they work through life's challenges. We currently serve over 1,700 individuals at our Berkeley Center studio in Kettering and at more than 40 off-site locations. Our program goals improve our clients' confidence, focus, individuality, communication, and responsibility. As a result, our artists demonstrate improved job, life, and socialization skills. When asked what We Care Arts means to clients or members of staff, a common response is family. It is amazing watching our clients create beautiful art while honing and developing their skills and passions while they realize their full potential. At the heart of our program are the many generous supporters who help bring the We Care Arts family together. It is through their generosity that we are able to provide the healing power of art to so many in the Dayton region. There are many ways to get involved with our organization, such as donating art supplies for our programs or sponsoring a client's program attendance. You can also donate your time. Whether assisting clients or working on special events, our volunteers contribute more than 28,000 hours annually. But their value is much greater than that. Their connections with our clients are immeasurable. Purchasing art from our retail stores is another way to directly impact the artist. It increases their sense of self-worth, builds job skills, and supplements their income. The remaining proceeds from sales are used to support and grow ongoing We Care Arts programs. We have a beautiful boutique at Town and Country Shopping Center and a renovated studio and shop at our main location on Wilmington Pike. Magic is the only way to truly begin to describe what goes on inside of our studio. We are changing lives every day, fostering meaningful relationships, increasing confidence and self-esteem, and improving overall quality of life for our clients. Our artists walk into the studio, set goals, and accomplish things they never thought possible. If you would like to see more about the magic of We Care Arts, please visit our website at wecarearts.org and follow us on social media. For more information, you can contact us at info@wecarearts.org or by phone at 937-252-3937. We would love to welcome you as a part of our community.
All right, welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Right here in my hand is the first top 8 and the first Ask the Host session of 2021. So I think we'll start with my Ask the Host. So recently I just got back from vacation in Southern California. It was a eye-opening experience for me, as that was my first time being on that side of the continental United States. So my first question is, why Los Angeles? Well, it's always been on the bucket list, and I figured, why not? How did you get there? The Friendly Skies, United Airlines, always fly them, or Delta, depends on who has the lower price. We don't fly American because American is the ghetto. What is it like out there? When I was out there, it was mid-70s, upper 60s, just about every day, very sunny. The smog, that is a real thing. It wasn't as bad as what you usually see on the news, but the air quality was a little bit different from what I'm used to back home. A lot more people, a lot more spread out. They don't really speak to each other as total strangers versus what I'm used to here. So what did you do? The usual tourist stuff. I went to go see things, do stuff. I went to Burbank, to the former NBC studios and the former home of The Tonight Show. I also went to Rancho Palos Verdes, San Pedro, Long Beach, Santa Monica, Century City. Good Lord, where else did I go? I believe I went to El Monte. I'm forgetting somewhere. Can't remember. It'll come back to me. But yeah, I've been all over, downtown, all that good stuff. What was your favorite part? My favorite part would have to be going to see the Queen Mary in Long Beach. That's been a long time bucket list item for me for many years, so that was very fun. My least favorite part would have to be the traffic. Do not like the traffic. It's terrible. And you know, everything wasn't even open, but there was still bumper-to-bumper traffic. I don't get it. My favorite place in Los Angeles would have to be Union Station. Absolutely beautiful station with Spanish architecture. I highly suggest you guys check it out if you're a fan of architecture and all that stuff, or if you like trains, or for whatever reason, highly suggest you check it out. What's the cost of living? Too high. What the hell? Where we come from, we start to panic as gas prices climb into the upper $2. There was a gas station on Fairfax, I believe it was a Sinclair, if I remember right. A gallon of 87 unleaded regular gas was $5.09. At that point, that's when you bust out the Chevrolets. No. The cost of living is way too high. Would I move there? No, I would not move there. Maybe for retirement, maybe, but if I had to move to Southern California, I wouldn't live in LA because the cost of living is just way too expensive. It'll more than likely be Long Beach or San Pedro or Santa Barbara, maybe Orange County, but living in LA, absolutely not. Why? The cost of living is too high, way too high. What surprised you the most? What surprised me the most about Los Angeles is that no one moves with a purpose out there. On the East Coast, we're very fast-paced. When it's time to go, it's time to go. We got moves to make, all that good stuff. They kind of dilly-dally, if you will, when it comes to getting from A to B. And that, to me, that irritates me because I come from a place where we're running, so that irritates me. Advice for first-timers. Be prepared for that time change. Jesus Christ. The jet lag, it didn't hit me on the way there, but it got me on the way back. And me flying out of Dayton International, you got to change planes somewhere because we're not important enough to have a nonstop flight anyway. So my suggestion to you would be bring you something to do. Make sure you stretch because depending on where you come from, that's about to be a long flight. Going to LA from Chicago O'Hare, it was about 3.5 hours. Going home from LAX to Washington Dulles, that was about 4.5, almost 5. And that killed me. So be prepared for that. Highly suggest you make sure you check what plane you get because you're going to need the leg room because you're going to be sitting still for quite some time. Make sure you have plenty of time to see what you want to see because there's so much in the Los Angeles area to see that there's so much stuff you can't get to because there's just so much stuff, not enough time. So please make enough time for yourself to go see everything you want to do. Plan it out accordingly so you don't run into crowds and stuff like that. In a way, try to get a logistical measure on it to where you can have a game plan on how you can knock out A, B, C, and D and get it done before the sun goes down because in the winter, the sun rises later in the day over there, of course, they're on the West Coast, and it sets around like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So keep that in mind in case you ever want to go to LA. Don't drive. If you want your sanity, take the metro. It's worth it. That's pretty much all I got. It was a lovely vacation. It was very desperately needed. And that brings us to our top 8, which is our first top 8 of 2021, which would be the top 8 acts you should give a funk about. So let's start off with number 8. The group Sun formed in 1976 with their top song, Live On, Dream On. I probably know this group, but I can't remember their name, but I probably have heard them before. Number 7, one of my favorites, is Heat Wave, formed in 1975 with their top song of Boogie Nights. Very world-class music coming from them. Number 6 will be Phazo. I believe they were formed in Dayton in the late 70s, and their top song was Riding High, among other award-winning singles. Lakeside is number 5 and recorded one of their biggest hits, Fantastic Voyage. If you don't know it, I think you lose your African-American card. Number 4 would be Slave, formed in 1975, and with their top song, Watching You. Actually, that came on the car on the way over to the studio. Number 3 would be Roger Troutman. I swear to God, I went to school with his granddaughter. Can't remember her name. I think it was Maya or something like that. But he's literally the god of funk. He's longtime Daytonian. He's Daytonian royalty, honestly. You can hear his work in the music for California Love with Tupac. You can hear it there. And I Want to Be Your Man, that's also a very popular song from him amongst many, many singles in his repertoire. Zap, which also include Roger Troutman, formed in 1977. 2 of his well-known hits that you can probably get off the top of your head would be Do Wah Diddy and Heartbreaker. I'm sure there's plenty more that I can't think of up here right now because my hair is blocking the brain waves. And the number 1 would be Ohio Players, first known as the Ohio Touchables until they changed their name later on. Fire and Love Roller Coaster is by far their top hits but it's just a pinch of the many, many award-winning singles they have in their arsenal. Also, Snoop Doggy Dogg sampled I Want to Be Free on his album, The Last Meal. So there you have it. That was our first top 8 of the year. When we come back from commercial, we'll have Amy from Butter Cafe, and we're going to have us some interesting conversations. So you go ahead, get you guys something to eat. We'll be right back.
Food is so important to us. It is integrated in so many aspects of our lives. When we celebrate holidays, we invite family and friends over for a homemade meal. When there's a time of celebration, we have food catered in. We gather over dinner to talk about our day with loved ones, and we work hard to make sure our families have the food they need for healthy lives. But what if you're struggling to buy food or make ends meet? What do you do to get by?
If you find yourself working for low wages or working part-time, if you are in between jobs, if you're elderly, disabled, or homeless, then you may be eligible for food assistance, like SNAP.
SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program and is formerly known as food stamps. It helps struggling families and individuals afford food at the grocery store.
SNAP helps cover your costs for groceries and can be used to buy fish and meat, fruits and vegetables, cereal and bread, baby food, milk, and even seeds to grow your own food. If you'd like to check your eligibility for SNAP, the Food Bank can help. Call us at 937-461-0265, extension 18, or visit us at thefoodbankdayton.org/OBB.
So many of us are just one crisis away from needing a helping hand.
Reach out so you and your family have enough food on your table.
Again, call us at 937-461-0265, extension 18, or visit us online at thefoodbankdayton.org/OBB.
Because no one should go hungry.
Help Me Grow is an Ohio system of support for families from conception to age 3. We offer 2 programs across the state of Ohio at no cost to families. Our early intervention program is for families who may have a concern or an actual medical diagnosis about their child's development. Many of our families have speech or behavioral concerns about their child prior to age 3 and seek answers to their questions. This is a phenomenal support to families when they just can't help but feel something may be wrong or there is an actual medical diagnosis. Again, this service is at no cost to families. Our second free program is our parenting support programs for pregnant moms. We have over 50 qualified nurses, social workers, teachers, community health workers who do home visits with moms early in their pregnancy to offer education about their pregnancy health, development of their child, and preparing for labor and delivery. This nurse home visitor will stay with the mom until her child is either 2 to 3 years, depending on the program.
The programs focus on educating families on parental resilient strategies, how to handle stress successfully, God knows we need it all, understanding social and emotional competency of your children, accessing and understanding services and resources that all families need, knowledge of child development by offering age-appropriate play to help them be super smart by the time they are 3.
The reason for this program is because pregnancy and children do not come with instructions and people don't know what they don't know.
We believe that behind every great person there is usually a great mother, a mom who loved, supported, and provided for her child. But some mothers struggle to become great moms because they are weighed down by the burdens of circumstance, whether that be isolation, abuse, poor health, or extreme poverty. These mothers seek support to realize their motherhood. We are the force who awakens what they have inside. We are the movement that awakens motherhood in women. This is a revolution that created a better world, a world full of great people raised by great mothers.
Dante is one of many of our home visitors, and he currently has over 10 clients that he sees on a weekly basis. Help Me Grow Brighter Futures currently has over 900 moms enrolled in our programs and would love for you to call us today to enroll in one of our programs. Every mom needs support, and every mom needs to know that this program is here for them. If you know someone who is pregnant, have them call Help Me Grow now, early in their pregnancy. Call us at 208-GROW.
The Society of St. Vincent de Paul is Dayton's Catholic ministry that focuses on clothing, food, shelter, and accompaniment of any individual in need. We serve everyone in the Miami Valley, regardless of faith, creed, ethnicity, race, citizenship, or social status. Our work is to affirm the humanity and dignity of each person who asks for assistance. For over 30 years, St. Vincent de Paul has operated the region's largest emergency shelters, where over 400 men, women, and children stay every night. We provide homes for another 150 people who require permanent assistance with daily living. Our 11 food pantries feed thousands of people throughout the Miami Valley, and our neighborhood ministries keep thousands more stable in their homes with utility and rent assistance, clothing, and furniture for the injured, sick, and disabled members of our community. None of this is possible without you. Your willingness to volunteer your time and your financial support makes possible all that we do at St. Vincent de Paul. To learn more, visit our website at stvincentdayton.org. That's stvincentdayton.org. Thank you, and God bless you always.
Greetings. I am here to inform you that there is a place to call if you have a problem with a government agency or long-term care services. You can call the Ombudsman Office at 223-4613. My name is Diane Wellborn, and I am the Ombudsman for Montgomery County, the City of Dayton, and Dayton Public Schools. The elected officials of the county, Dayton, and DPS decided in 1971 to establish an ombudsman for the people in our county. The name ombudsman is a Swedish word, which means a representative of the people. The helpful staff in my office are available every weekday to investigate complaints about government agencies and to achieve resolution. Government touches our lives in so many ways. We all use water services, public roads and traffic signals, street lights, and garbage removal services. Many of our fellow residents are impacted by our Child Support Enforcement Agency, the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, the programs of the Job Center, the Social Security Administration, Medicare, Medicaid, and our public transportation services. My office exists for the times when something goes wrong with any government services. We also assist with any problems encountered in nursing homes or with in-home care services. More than 60% of nursing home residents do not have anyone visiting them, so they are very vulnerable. Our staff and volunteers visit regularly and advocate for the rights of residents. We are also able to assist when in-home care services are not being provided as expected, and with My Care services, which are provided to those who have both Medicare and Medicaid coverage for their health care. If you are experiencing a problem, please give us the opportunity to assist. If you have a family member or friend who is complaining to you about their problem, please encourage them to call us at 223-4613. We are there to help. To learn more about our work, please read our weekly column on Thursdays in the Dayton Daily News, tune in to the Ombudsman program on DATV and YouTube, or follow the Dayton Ombudsman Office on Facebook. Thank you for your attention.
Hi, my name is Dawn Boroff, and I'm the Community Services Coordinator for the Alzheimer's Association Miami Valley Chapter. The Alzheimer's Association is the leading voluntary health organization in Alzheimer's care, support, and research. We offer free resources to people facing Alzheimer's disease, including our in-person education and support programs and our 24-hour helpline. In the Miami Valley, 30,000 people live with the disease, and 90,000 families and friends care for those individuals. We must educate those people about the disease and our free resources. Here's where you come in. We are recruiting community volunteers who can help us reach those in the Miami Valley that need us most. Our program volunteers help caregivers, help people with the disease and their family members make sense of the disease. We have a number of volunteer opportunities. Our community educators are volunteer speakers who deliver pre-planned presentations on topics such as understanding Alzheimer's disease and dementia. We also have faith outreach representatives who serve as liaisons between the Alzheimer's Association and local faith congregations needing education or resources. Last year, through the help of volunteers, we were able to serve 3,200 people. Come join our team and fight Alzheimer's disease. Hours are flexible, we provide training, and there are day, night, and weekend opportunities. Visit alz.org/Dayton/volunteer to apply. If you have a question, contact me, Dawn Boroff at dlboroff@alz.org or 937-610-7016.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from the commercial break. Here with me is Amy from the Butter Cafe, which is a local business here in the Dayton downtown area. You can find it on Brown Street. How are you? Welcome, and thank you for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So just tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, all that good stuff.
So I have had Butter Cafe for about 10 years now. We opened in June of 2010, and we're very much like a farm-to-table concept. Breakfast and lunch. We do a lot of vegan and gluten-free stuff, too.
So was this your original path, calling, or?
Yeah, I always wanted to do a restaurant. I love to cook, I love to feed people, I love to eat, so just constantly thinking about food.
So was this a bucket list thing, or is this one of your biggest accomplishments so far? Or?
It was a bucket list thing for sure.
Well, it definitely turned into something that actually worked out, so very, very big kudos to you. So was this originally your first location here on Brown Street, or did you move from another location to Brown Street?
Butter on Brown Street is my only location, too.
So what's a couple of things that are on your menu?
So we do things with a really clean product. For example, we have traditional dishes that we kind of put more of an elaborate spin on. Like we have jelly donut pancakes, chai tea French toast. We have a million kinds of omelets. We even have tons of vegan omelets as well too. So, yeah.
And you've been in the Dayton community for 10 years. So what's your vision for the next 10 years? Where are you looking to take it? What's your next step? What can we see from you guys?
So I just opened up Glow Juice Bar right next door, and we're a cold pressed juicery. We do smoothies and smoothie bowls and healthier treats and stuff. I kind of wanted to combine the two businesses, but that's still something I'm still trying to figure out. And then I've also thought about opening locations in different parts of Dayton as well.
Okay, that is awesome. Do you guys have social media? Where can we follow your journey? Where can we find you?
Facebook and Instagram, you're on there.
And your hours and your location.
So Butter's at 1106 Brown Street, and Glow is at 1120 Brown Street. Butter is mostly like a breakfast and lunch thing, so like 9 to 2. And then Glow we're open from 10 to 6.
10 to 6. Yeah. So what's your favorite thing on the menu?
The jelly donut pancakes, probably.
I've never heard of that. I mean, it sounds very intriguing, but I have never heard of that.
Yeah, it's really good.
What was the inspiration behind that dish?
Basically just wanting to eat a donut, but making it bigger. So, yeah.
So I take it there's a lot of creativity when it comes to...
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
You love what you do. Where could you see yourself had you have not opened Butters?
I was thinking maybe doing catering or maybe even cooking in another restaurant. I knew I had to do something with food.
So you've always been in the restaurant business?
Yes.
For how many years?
When I was young, my parents owned restaurants in Michigan, in northern Michigan, so I've been around it my whole life.
So you're originally from Michigan?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Northern Michigan.
Northern Michigan? Mm-hmm. Oh, I think this is a conflict of interest because I'm a Buckeye fan and you're from Michigan.
Yeah, right? Well, I also lived in Florida and South Carolina, too. So there's that.
We would love to check you guys out. Your menu sounds pretty interesting. I'm very intrigued in the jelly donut pancakes just because the curiosity killed the cat. I want to find out. Okay. So thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. When we come back, change of plan. We're going to have OG Big Dave here. You guys stick around. We'll be right back after the commercial break.
Han tomado por asalto las playas y liberado países. Protegido a los débiles y vencido a los fuertes. Mostrando su valentía y compasión. Han izado nuestra bandera y nuestras esperanzas. Por generaciones han asegurado que tengamos un país al que servir. Ellos son los Marines.
Welcome back from the commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Here at the Night Run desk is OG Big Dave. This man has many titles under his belt. He is an artist. He has a very popular clothing line here in the Miami Valley. What's going on, bro? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you coming in. Let's just talk a little bit about you, clothing line, all that good stuff. Let's hear about it.
So I'm born and raised in Dayton, Ohio. From here, I graduated from Charwood. And like 2013, I started at Rice State. And it was, you know, whack. I'm in the library, not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I'm thinking of ways to just get back into art because I had stopped. I was going to be a computer engineer, and I was good and everything. It was just like, this is
It's just not the move.
Not how I want to live my life. So I'm up in the library just thinking of ideas. And then around that time, it was like right before Kanye dropped Yeezus, and he was just doing different stuff. And he had stopped using his bear for like all his album artwork and stuff like that. So I'm like, I want to bring that back and rejuvenate that and incorporate that into something new somehow. So I came up with my bear. His name was Ted, and it's like the Kanye bear's little brother. So it has this whole world. And that's really where it all started, and then it just grew from there. Just started doing different things with it.
So what kind of art do you, besides the clothing line, which is very popular here in the Miami Valley, let's talk about like the art. What kind of art do you create? What kind of art do you give the world? What drives your passion to do this?
So mostly women drive my passion to do art, actually, because it's like how elegant they can be in art, but how rigid they can be as well. It has an effect on my art. So I've always been inspired by women. And I do mostly abstract, but I can get into realism if I feel like it from time to time. It just takes a lot, and I don't have like the patience to sit there and, you know, super render a face.
Right.
It's like you can just take a photograph of it, and it's art as well. So, but mostly abstract art. I developed this style. Other people have it where they use triangles to make up graphic pieces, but I start making organic shapes to make up graphic pieces, and that's kind of my art style now with graphics. And like if you see any of my murals, they are geometric organic shapes. They're not like just triangles or just squares or circles. It's different types of shapes all throughout them. And my art has this white line around most of the figures, and that's to represent like a collage aesthetic, like how you cut a piece of paper and it has that white edge around it.
Yeah.
And you glue it down on something. That's the effect that I wanted to get with my art. So I just want this collage aesthetic on everything.
So growing up, this is what you've always wanted to do. So was the resources there for you to further develop your craft and get you where you are today?
No, not at all. It was different to say the least. You know how it is, and just black communities. It's not like
a trade that's encouraged.
Exactly.
Because everybody wants you to go play football or play basketball. Yeah, but
it's like it just wasn't encouraged. It was always like, oh, he can really draw, but it's like,
oh, he can really draw.
You know, like, go get the money.
Right.
So I really had to look inside myself and break down my, you know what I'm saying, my whole psyche and everything, and really look deep and like, do I really want to do this? And I'm like, yeah. Because money's not everything. So it's like once I really start living in that truth, then the money came easily with me doing my passion.
Right. The wealth is when you're happy, and your peace of mind is when you're doing what you love.
Exactly. Peace of mind. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all, because it's not too many of us doing this. It is not too many of us doing this. At least anybody that made it. Because, you know, Arsenio Hall, that was a long time ago. That was like 1995. That was before I was born. So, but I completely get that. The true happiness, like, even though this is the minor leagues of television, what I call it, and I'm not on a big network, but even though Manifestation speak it into existence, I love what I do. I feel like I feel wealthy doing this because this is what something I've always wanted to do. Regardless of what happens behind the scenes or if everything fall apart, I can still pull the show together and save the show. Not everybody can do this and be good at it. Anybody can sit behind the desk and talk at somebody, but to have a conversation and to pull a show together from scraps, that takes skill. Same thing with art. Anybody can throw shapes on a piece of paper, throw some colors. And, right. Right. Anybody can take a picture of anything, but it takes a true artist to take nothing and make something out of it, something great out of it. And you really, I mean, you could go to school and you could learn how to do this, and you can learn how to be the artist or whatever. But the real talent comes from, a real artist is born. It's born in you. You just know. Like, I don't know when you was growing up how you just automatically just had that passion. You just went for it and you just start going out. But like, this is my element right here. Just like art's your element, that's your element. You know, it brings you happiness, it brings you peace of mind. It's a lot of negativity in this world, and everybody needs something that brings them pure joy, and I'm glad that art was yours. It is not a lot of artists out there, local artists out there, that, you know, they don't get a lot of recognition. So hopefully one day your brand becomes in Target or whatever, you know?
And that's like a goal of mine too, is not only get my brand out there, but I also want to pull the other people up with me. I don't want that crabs in the barrel mentality anymore for us. Like, I want to pull everybody else with me. So if I see an opportunity where it's not suitable for me, I'm going to call on them like, hey, this is an opportunity for you. Do you want to take it? You know, I want to create those opportunities and make a platform for other black artists too.
Right, because I mean, we got to start somewhere. Hence why I do this. That's why I do this. Well, we all together in this fight. Dayton is the perfect city for young folk to try new things that's off the beaten path. And you're going to go places. I know that for a fact. Like, I'm speaking that into existence now because you hustle. From what I've seen before I had you on the show, you hustle. Everybody want to be famous, and don't nobody want to put the work in. And it really is.
Anybody that's up there will tell you something.
I'm trying to tell you, like, because you take your stuff seriously, and you know what? That's what really shows that there's something in your brand that's worth taking notice of because of how much of yourself you pour into that brand. That is probably the one piece of wisdom I probably can give in anybody. I only got one piece to give, is that whatever you pour into something, give it your all or don't do it at all. Because the piss poor mentality or that whatever it is, what it is, you're not going to get nowhere doing that. But you are a prime example of growing up. You know the circumstances. It ain't too many avenues to really go and make it a big name for yourself. I mean, we live in Dayton, you know, we off the beaten path, but you've made a name for yourself thus far with a clothing brand that is probably going to get you Lord knows where here in about the next 5 or 10 years. Who knows? Who knows? But you keep pouring that hustle in and you keep grinding every day, and that's what counts.
I wholeheartedly believe that, and I'm not going to stop, so it's like...
Hey, I don't settle. I do not. I get what I want one way or the other. And I can tell you the same way. You're going to get what you want one way or the other. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Bingo. Consistency is key. If you want to, you know, give a half par attempt or whatever, you know, that's fine. But keep that same energy when you don't get nowhere. I'm constantly hungry for more. I'm very greedy. That's what the game's all about. It's about hustle. If you ain't got heart, and what are you doing? If you don't love what you do, and you're constantly critiquing yourself about how you can be better, and if you don't do that, then what are you doing? So the clothing brand, what do you have available? Like, besides, you know, hoodies and hats, like, what are we looking at? Where's the clothing brand going in the next 2 to 5 years? What are you looking to add? Where are you looking to branch out at? Any special projects, all that stuff?
Well, there's a lot of stuff in the clouds right now, just trying to figure it out. It's big plans, but for right now, I got a drop that's on the website, teddysworld.com, teddysworld.com. It's inspired by Sade. It's this green hoodie, got the yellow hats and then the yellow long
I was trying to
sleeve.
figure out who that was on the hoodie. I'm like,
Yep,
damn, that
yep.
looked like her, but I don't
think
know.
it was from her Love Deluxe album. I recreated the
That's my
artwork.
favorite. That's one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Like, I don't see how she that gorgeous and she pushing 60. I don't know.
Yo. She's been that fine for forever.
I'm trying to tell you, she ain't aged not one bit. Like, man.
Yeah, so I got that collection inspired by her, and then next is gonna be a drop on my birthday, February 24th, which is also like the anniversary for Ted. That's when I started Ted.
Well, happy birthday to the brand and you.
Yeah, thank you. That's gonna be like a retro of my first collection that I ever put out, and it's gonna come in these shoe boxes like they're Jordan retros, and it's gonna be in that style. So. It'll be limited quantities, but it'll be black shirts with the original logo on them and a hat in the box. And that's dropping on February 24th. I'm working up on this special pop-up booth that I'll like create with my artwork, with the Teddy's World artwork on it, and it'll be able to be built anywhere. So I can just pop up somewhere and have items available, just random stuff. So it'll be something new and different for people. Because they don't really get to see me like that. I don't talk like that. So it's like,
Right, you stay out the way.
Yeah.
You stay out the way.
But if I can just pop up at a location, they can come see me, say hi or something.
Right, grab some merch.
Exactly. And then I might link up with a black business or 2 or 3 and try to like set up for there so the businesses can.
You ever hear of the video podcast, What's the Biz?
Yep. I know her, Taja. Yep.
Yeah, if you haven't been on her show already.
Yeah, I was on season 1.
Yeah, I kind of figured because I just had her on my show last season.
Yeah.
So that would be a perfect vessel for you to really grow your business.
Yeah.
And probably Chicken Heads. I don't know if you heard of that. They up in the Northwest Plaza by the old Kroger by Roses. Check them out. The perfect venue for me, in my opinion, the perfect venue to sell your stuff would have been the county fair. Word. If it wouldn't have been canceled, the county fair would have been the perfect place to sell your merchandise.
I need this stuff to open back up, man.
I'm over it.
I'm over it. I need them to, they got to figure something out. They got to figure something out because I got stuff to do now.
Hey, man, they better go take some Robitussin to go lay down or something.
Like, we got to get it together.
We really do. Yeah. But yeah, the county fair, the air show, I could view the air show as somewhere where I would buy your merchandise.
Yeah.
Like, or if I seen it at like a flea market of some sort or a gas station, like, you know what, that hoodie real cool. I would get it. And now that I know the person that creates the brand, I would buy a hoodie and put it in like a displayer because I got all kinds of stuff from different people that I've had on the show. So when you do roll that retro collection out, let me know, sign it, and hopefully by then I should have merchandise and I should have either a t-shirt or a hoodie for you and I'll sign it and we'll just swap.
Yes, sir.
And I'm working on mugs. Everyone likes the mug. I've been dragging my feet on it, but now that I'm back,
I like the logo.
You know what? It's believe it or not, this is Deeds Point downtown, looking across the river. So you got all the monument and all that over here. So I'm looking to roll these out here soon. I've been dragging my feet on it. I just got back from vacation, so
it's all good, man.
after we get this stuff edited, then we'll get back to business in the face mask, of course. But I appreciate you coming in.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Best of luck to you and your brand. I wish you everything. You're going to go very far. Don't remember about us here at the studio. One day, we're going to be big. One day, we're speaking into.
Replacing Jimmy Kimmel and all them.
Oh God, I'm trying because Jimmy Kimmel ain't funny, but
ain't nobody been funny since what's his name? He got the show now by himself on Netflix.
Netflix, I'm trying.
You know what I'm talking about?
Letterman.
Oh, that get really been funny since.
Man, you know how many times I done stayed up past my bedtime, risking a whooping, staying up for Letterman. Between him and Conan, bro. After that, I don't watch it anymore. I mean, Colbert, he funny.
He had black writers too, Conan. So that was really dope. You know what I'm saying?
I watched Arsenio when he came back for that year, so that was cool. But what I've done, his show was a damn party. Like back in the 90s, his show was a party.
Yeah.
Like
he
had
just got down all together. It's just like
man,
this is culture. Right?
Because you didn't think about it, and it was a big deal because that was the first one that actually made it big. Yeah. And, you know, Johnny Carson, he was the big dog back then, so he was undefeated. He was undefeated. Period. He was the Mayweather of late night, and Arsenio had him scared. Yeah. That's what stands out to me. You had the god of late night scared. That's how you know you got something going on.
So different, so like vibrant. Like,
it was the folks that couldn't make it on Carson. That's what made that show turn. Yeah. That's what made that show turn.
Yeah, it's incredible, man. But I'm ready to see what y'all gonna do, man.
I want the Tonight Show for God's sake, because
Late Show, any of those.
Any of them.
You know what I'm saying?
Tonight Show is and the Late Show on CBS. Those are the two we shooting for. I'll take it. If anybody want to throw a contract at me, go right ahead. I'm not gonna not sign it. I'm not gonna not sign it. But that's what we're working towards.
And then throw you a big budget to just do different stuff.
And you know what? If I get a big budget, I really wouldn't buy a big house.
Nah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd still keep an apartment or something.
Right, I won't even buy me a fan. I'll just give me an Escalade or something that's fully loaded or something. Call it a day.
Simple, yeah.
I don't need a Tesla because imagine you forgetting not to plug your car in at night. And you trying to get to the studio and you die at a light trying to punch it because somebody in a damn Corvette done pulled up. It's insane. But
nah, man, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, bro, you are very blessed. I wish you well on your journey. You are always welcome back here at the desk.
Yes, sir.
Anytime. Whenever the merch does come in, please bring it by. We would love to have you back. OG Big Dave, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all my guests. Amy from Butter Cafe out on Brown Street. Go out and check them out. OG Big Dave, you can find him on, what is your social media platforms?
See, Instagram is OG.BIG.Dave, Facebook Dave Scott, and then Twitter at Ted Glorious. And the website is www.teddysworld.com.
Well, there you have it, folks. That is his social media platforms. He has great stuff. Highly suggest you check this man out. Very high quality stuff. If you love things that has heart poured into it, this is the man for you. I'm Dion McElrath. I got the desk. I got the mug. This has been The Night Run, our very first episode. Y'all be good. Good night, everybody.
Yeah,